Let's eliminate that stress. Let's not stress about using 30 hashtags anymore in your posts. In fact, we definitely think less is more. Welcome back to Duo On Air. I'm Abby.
And I'm Courtney.
And we're the X agency turned entrepreneurial team that puts the duo in Duo Collective. Our boutique organic marketing agency specializes in SEO, social media strategy, and branding.
We're an everyday pair of business besties / marketing experts obsessed with helping our community learn more about what it takes to run a business.
Which is why on Duo On Air, we're not holding anything back. We're giving you all the info we know about how to grow your business organically so you can be the confident CEO you were made to be.
And how to navigate life as a small business owner.
Whether it's on your own or with your best friend by your side, so grab your coffee
or your mimosa, we don't judge,
and settle in for a quick value-packed episode of Marketing Tips. Welcome back to the Duo On Air podcast. This is episode 10, all about whether hashtags even matter anymore. This is a common question we get, and we used to provide hashtag strategies in our social toolkits, and we've actually completely removed them, which gives you a little insight into what we're going to talk about today. But hashtags essentially were the old way of searching on Instagram. Their algorithm didn't have a way to do keyword research like you see in Google, and the only way to do this was to use a hashtag to source all of the content. It was a way to filter the content to help serve you specific details for that niche or that topic that you were looking for. It's also commonly used, and we'd argue that this is actually one of the only existing ways hashtags still make sense, as a way to build a community. For example, we still really love engaging and using hashtags for hashtag female founder or hashtag creative entrepreneurs. These are spaces these are hashtags you'll still see across our post, but we also engage with the people who are using those hashtags as well. So in November of last year, or 2 years ago, it's 2022. In November of 2020, Instagram launched the ability to do keyword research without using the pound or hashtag sign. So now, rather than searching hashtag copywriters, hashtag photographers, hashtag marketing, you can simply search for that keyword, removing the hashtag. It's just like Google, and it's actually pretty sweet because you can be sourced with the people that you're searching for and the topics that you're searching for without needing to rely on the ability of someone to use the hashtag. Now, instead, you're being served with content that Instagram has now indexed based on the caption, the image alt text, the name, and the profile bio description. They're using a lot of different things to pull in that keyword and serve you content that's related to what you're searching for. So this is just one of the reasons why hashtags aren't seeing the same performance and reach that they used to.
And another, have you ever noticed that after a post, you get hit in the comments with tons of bots and spammy content, such as like and promote on blank? You likely have a hashtag in your arsenal that is being targeted by bots. So with this, it's really a trial and elimination game to figure out which one is triggering those bots to be commenting on your posts. This is something that we've had it happen to us in the past, back when hashtags were the only means of searching for specific things. And I specifically remember texting Abby one time, like, what is happening? Why are we getting so many like and promote on comments in this post? And she said there must be a hashtag in there that's triggering them, or that, they are on and they, find these posts, they post all of those things on there, and it's just not the engagement that you want, obviously, because these bots aren't real humans. They're not your audience. They're not going to be paying customers, and it just looks gross and spammy on that actual post too. So if you are noticing that a lot, it is due to your hashtag, unfortunately. And like we said, it's kind of a trial of elimination on which hashtag is triggering those bots to comment essentially on your posts.
Yeah, so before you completely eliminate all hashtags from your strategy, like we just said, we still use a couple. We still like to rely on our insights to understand what's performing. So if you pop into your Instagram analytics, you can see on your top performing posts, you can look at the impressions and see where they're coming from. So this will tell you the reach based on different things, like are they coming from your profile? Are they coming from your explore page? Or are they coming from hashtags? And this is where you can see if hashtags are working for you or not. Chances are hashtags will not be your top performing reach factor. Other things are going to do that for you, and it's not going to be hashtags. You might notice that they're completely zero, or hashtags doesn't even show up as an impression opportunity at all, again, meaning that it's zero. But most of the time, especially on your top performing posts, you'll probably notice a small number there, which ultimately this means that they are still working, but they aren't working to the extent that they used to. So let's eliminate that stress. Let's not stress about using 30 hashtags anymore in your posts. In fact, we definitely think less is more, and we are about to give you all of our tips next. But we just wouldn't stress about them anymore. If hashtags are causing you stress in your social strategy, we encourage you to think about other things, like creating content first, and then just completely removing hashtags kind of from your brain.
So, what should you do with hashtags? Our first thing is using 1 to 5 hashtags at the most. We, again, think that less is more here. We've already seen the announcement from Instagram that 30 hashtags has kind of gone out the door. We do still see people out there using them, and maybe they are using them strategically if they're using 30 of them, but we really urge them to look at those insights and really see how well your hashtags are giving you that engagement, because again, we think that that is probably going to be pretty low. So therefore, really just being strategic about the few hashtags that you use in each post.
And then if you are using hashtags, use them as keywords. So what are the keywords that people are searching for on the topics that you are creating content for? So if you think that this would best serve someone who's searching for a copywriter, or who's searching for a marketing expert, searching for a photographer, then use that keyword as your hashtag, because that will all be used as part of the algorithm to serve content when people are searching for keywords, not just hashtags.
Next, don't use really long hashtags that have a very low post count. Obviously, this is going to be something that isn't seen very often because of that low post count. So being too niche in your hashtags won't always be helpful for you. Look at your brand name. If people start a new business and they start hashtagging their brand name, if they're a brand new company, there's going to be no hashtags out there most likely that are going to that. It's going to have a really low post count. So making sure to be super strategic about how many people are using this hashtag and where the visibility is, and making sure that, they're not too long or too niche, because you're just going to get no visibility or engagement with that hashtag.
And then finally, use hashtags that you actually like to engage with. So like we just said, the hashtag female founders and hashtag creative entrepreneurs are 2 spaces that we go to go engage on Instagram. So after we've posted something, we like to say to engage for at least 15 minutes or about 15 minutes, whatever you have time for. Just engage with your audience. And this is where a lot of times we find new people to engage with, new profiles we love, new people to make partnerships with and just build a community on. So if you are posting to a hashtag all the time, and if you are to click on that hashtag and engage with the people posting there, do they feel like the type of audience that you resonate with? If they don't, you probably shouldn't use that hashtag anymore, because you want to be able to resonate with that community. It should feel like the right community for you.
In conclusion, hashtags aren't completely hashtag dead, but keywords and serving your audience is way more important and what you should really be focusing on over your hashtags. So if you decide to do away with them completely, we are just here to remind you that you will most likely not notice a huge difference, and that is okay. If you liked this episode, please be sure to share it with a friend and subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes dropping every Monday. Plus, if you haven't already, please leave us a review and you will be entered for a chance to win a box of Duo's favorite things. At the end of every month, we will be doing a drawing and the winner will receive a box of goodies. See you next week.